This is a general reading for the collective of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How are you, Leo? This reading is not date or time specific. Whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it may be your message at that time. You can be here as a cross watcher for a Leo, and sometimes the messages come in more strongly for you. So keep that in mind as well. This is not a personal reading, so it won't resonate for everyone. Just take what does speak to you, leave the rest. So nothing new to note in the cosmos other than we, still have quite a bit of energy in Taurus, even though we're now in Gemini season. The sun's moved into Gemini. But most notable in recent hours, Mars moved into Leo. So Mars is sitting at 1 degree of Leo at present. He's a lot more comfortable there than he was in Cancer. So we might see some, increased romantic opportunities, anything pleasurable, joyful, fun, where you get to sort of show your own creative flair. It's a really lovely time, those several weeks when Mars is in the sign of Leo, but just as much as it can be highly romantic and passionate and fun and carefree, it can also bring about argumentativeness. Mars is a fire sign Mars is a fire sign ruling Aries, so that dual fire energy can come to sometimes be explosive. So just, word to the wise, keep a lid on your temper, and everything should go swimmingly well. I'm pulling from Angels and Ancestors, deck by Kyle Gray. Got to see him at the Hay House conference this past weekend. He was amazing. It was really fun. Ooh, okay, Leo. White Witch, be the light. You are being called to be the light. Very easy for those of you who are here as Leo energy. Be the light. I have Leo rising, Leo North Node, Leo Lilith, Leo Venus. I got a lot of Leo in my chart, so I'm going to accept that as part of my message. Be the light. Okay, little White Witch action. Let's jump in, doing the soulmate split spread, and I will look at you separately and then pull you together in the extended. But this just helps you to see sort of where you're each at on your respective journeys relative to the connection. So that explains what this is about. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, there you are, Leo. So I'm going to look over these cards. We're going to get my general impressions, then we'll dive in with some clarification. When I do this spread, I set an intention that this side of the spread is for the sign I'm reading for or about, which in this case would be Leo. But you can sort of identify with this side, and this side could be your Leo counterpart. That's fine too. Or it could be yourself in Leo energy. So please just take it as it resonates for you. I just need a structure to follow so that I stay on track. All right, so what I'm seeing here for your person showing up in the energy of the Four of Wands, and this is a path they're choosing. Their present experience of the connection has them looking out on the horizon in a world of possibilities, trying to figure out what they want and what path will get them there, but they are feeling the connection. They are feeling the connection. They are in consideration of something really beautiful and perhaps invoking energies of life partnership. This is actually like a wedding ceremony, the chuppah here, right? But it's supposed to be sort of the celebratory energy of the union of souls. And I feel like this person has been overcoming lots of obstacles in the past, really kind of getting their courage up, their nerve up, their game face on, and now they're in that choice making phase. And then going forward, they know they may have some intense questions to answer to. This Queen of Swords feels like it's coming from this side. So just so you know, this just seems like, it might just not be, but it feels like it's about something very practical, open dialogue, communication, sort of to seek just sort of where are we at? Where are you at? Where am I at? What's going on here? No emotionality, just practicality, straight shooter, just the facts, ma'am, kind of energy. Very practical. Now on this side, you're coming into the reading with a lot of patience. Also some measure of a desire to transmute some energy. That's part of the interpretation of temperance. Is it's not just about the wisdom of patience to know that in time all energies come into flow and balance. It's also about transmutation. You can transmute something from dark to light, right? From sorrow to joy. It's not transformation of the same situation or the same energy. It's transmuting it into something totally different, and that takes time. So it is about patience, self-control and restraint. This person, whoever you are, you're sort of on your own journey at this time, really sort of looking within, maybe exploring the path of this connection from your own internal point of view, almost like an internal compass. It feels like there's a lot of curiosity about, like, your own innate nature, introspection, self-awareness. You're kind of on a growth path here. In the past, feeling very shut out and rejected by this person. Definitely some abandonment issues here, something that sort of had you feeling very much a sense of instability between the two of you. And going forward, we get the devil. So what we have to figure out is, what does this devil signify? To me, it's always about some measure of egoic resistance coming from fear. It can therefore come through as control. It can come through as negative karmic patterns that kind of play on repeat. But it feels to me like it may be something that you're seeking to transmute, okay? It may be something that you're on the path to find out. What is the elephant in the room? So it doesn't feel to me like an experience you're going to have. It feels to me like this is that moment of truth going forward where you both get to examine exactly what went down and what the causes were, or what contributed to it, so that you understand it better and you can dispense with it, right? Release the negative karma, release the egoic resistance, acknowledge the fear, befriend it, and then release it, transmute it into trust, into self-trust. That's what's coming through for me. All right, so that's my impression. Let's jump in with some clarifiers for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Four of Wands. Also, just, wow, want to mention private readings are available. Once again, there's a link in the description box below. We'll take you to the booking page where you can read all about it. Please note, you will have to click the calendar to the next month because it's still showing as May, and any new available openings will be in the early days of June. So just click ahead, and if there's nothing available yet, there will be an opening tomorrow. That's just kind of how it works. So wanted to let you know that. Look, your person coming through here with a double hit of that Four of Wands, the Lover's card, and they are mirroring your energy. This is very strong twin flame dynamics that I'm seeing here. Doesn't usually come out that clearly to me, but with the Four of Wands twice, which to me is always the 1111 card, and the Lovers there to me is always a twin flame, union of souls, and the Temperance card. We're talking here about patience as this all unfolds. This person is definitely, this Lover's card is a card of choice, as is the Two of Wands. And it feels like this person is presently choosing this connection in some way, shape, or form. And maybe it's just happening beneath the surface right now because that's where Temperance is living. Patience, this is something this person is not going to take impulsive action on. They're going to sit with it for a while. Okay? They've just spent some time trying to build up their strength, their courage, and their confidence to overcome the past challenges and obstacles, and kind of getting their game face on. And they are now sitting in this energy of, what do I really want? And how do I, what do I want? How do I operationalize it? What action steps do I need to take to actually get what I want? So really beautiful energy. Let's see the Strength card in the past. Okay, so looks to me like you've been the object of their desire for a long time. This Nine of Pentacles, I feel, is your energy, single person, someone they admire. All the suitors come to the Nine of Pentacles. The problem for the Nine of Pentacles is she's the single person in the tarot, and while she has many options and suitors, none of them stay. That's probably, always a bridesmaid, never a bride kind of energy. But this person has never given up. I feel like they persevered, they hung on, they wanted to make progress, but it was their own courage that held them back. And sort of leads me to feel like the whole situation was very trying and exhausting for this person. Lots of struggle around this energy, not being able to take the action, because the Chariot would be that forward motion, but what I'm seeing here is none. I'm just seeing the desire, but I'm not seeing the actual action. And so let's look at the Two of Wands. King of Wands. There's Leo. So now we have Leo twice here. Yeah, this could be Leo on this side. Could be. Like I said, take it as it resonates. So we have the King of Wands with the Hanged Man and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay? So this person is sort of in this energy of waiting for some enlightenment. The King of Wands is perfect here on this Two of Wands. It's basically saying, I know what I want, and now I just got to figure out the way to get there, right? And I'm seeing with the Hanged Man, it is some measure of surrender, but it's almost like a built-in delay mechanism, giving this person time to sort of work out the details. That's happening in unconscious awareness. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. I do pull from the bottom of the deck at each little point along the way, and that's my way as a reader of tapping into unconscious awareness, the psyche, or maybe something playing out behind the scenes. So I feel, regardless of whether it's in their unconscious awareness or whether it's something they're working through, this person is kind of focusing in on the details, right? Trying to figure out, how do I make this happen? I know what I want now. How do I make it happen? And part of it is about there's some built-in delay mechanism buying them a little bit of time, but it also feels like they're waiting for some kind of enlightenment, some kind of sign. If you see the orb around the Hanged Man's head is the connection to the divine, is the insight, is the illumination coming in, is the enlightenment. So I'm feeling like that's where this person is. They're making choices. They're aware of what they want. Temperance is underneath saying, yeah, don't act on impulse. Be sure you've worked through all the details. So temporary standstill. I'm not feeling stagnancy. I'm feeling like it's built in by divine intention. Let's see the Queen of Swords going forward. Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, King of Cups. Yeah, this person is aware that you may be skeptical, that you might even have a little bit of a crisp edge to you. As I see here, there are some issues in the questions. They're anticipating what it is you want to know. Are you invested in this? Are you going to cooperate, or are we going to go through all this ish again? And there's sort of a call and response built in here. It's like one little step at a time. It will have to start again. There's fresh start energy with this Page of Pentacles landing on the Three of Pentacles. Kind of like, I'm in, okay, let's start. And it doesn't feel like a pickup where we left off. It feels new to me. It feels fresh to me. It feels like we have to learn each other again. We have to understand each other's love language again. We kind of have to go back to the beginning to rebuild something that's more stable and long lasting. Underneath is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups here is, sort of coming through as emotional availability. And I feel that's part of the question they know that you'll ask, and on some level, they're preparing themselves for that. The energy of the King of Cups, the only issue with the King of Cups is not the lack of emotion. It's there. It's the availability of how to express it, how to show it. And sometimes that's buried very deeply and is kind of hard to access. But I feel like this person knows that they're going to have to, that's part of what you'll be curious about. So I kind of see that Queen of Swords as your energy and this person's openness to it on an emotional level, and also aware that they're going to need to be as invested in the connection as you are, and to kind of take that first baby step forward. So that's what I see on this side. Let's look at Temperance. Eight of Swords. There's Strength card. Y'all are really mirrored here, and the Four of Cups. So whoever you are on this side, Temperance isn't just about patience. It's also being patient with yourself, because I feel like there's some stuck energy, like I don't know what is the next best step. And lots of mental processing, kind of almost in overdrive, to the point of too much analysis, overthinking the situation. So while Temperance is great energy, it feels to me like it's almost like you can't help but be patient, because you're stuck and don't know, what next best action step you should take. Well, there's our Leo friend, the Strength card. And it takes a lot of confidence, right? You're not sure how to overcome the challenges. You're not sure what that would look like. And because underneath the Four of Cups, there's emotional distance, there's some dissatisfaction, unhappiness, maybe even some disillusionment with how things unfolded between you. So residing somewhere in your unconscious, and maybe it's not even buried too far deep, is sort of this sense of rejection. Because it kind of matches that Five of Pentacles from the past. So there's this lingering sense of, wow, that did not go the way I thought it would go. And I'm sitting here feeling very shortchanged on an emotional level. So it's hard to overcome that sense of, now what do I do? But I feel like you're at least in the right headspace with Temperance, saying, well, certainly don't act impulsively then, because what you have to do here is drop into your heart chakra, because her next best step, this figure is a female, her next best step is into that puddle. And in tarot, water is emotions. So you cannot think your way through this, you must feel your way through this. And you will instinctively know when the time is right. But for now, it feels like maybe a little less preoccupation with all the mental processing, drop into your heart space. What is your heart telling you? Where will you get the courage to face the facts, or to face your fear of more rejection, if that makes sense? Because I do feel there's a separation here and not a lot of communication, if any at all. So there's some unresolved lingering questions. That's why I feel whoever's on this side is the Queen of Swords. Let's look at the Five of Pentacles. In the past, yes. Wow, wow, wow. So super painful ending here. Yeah, I would say you got the short end of it. You got short change for sure. Something slipped right through your fingers. You probably didn't even see it coming. I'm, feeling definitely an unexpected, painful ending. Very deep wounds here. Lots of sense of abandonment. These two fives. Something that feels lost to you, some serious grief and sadness, and underneath just wanting to hear from this person some kind of sincere message of apology. I'm not sure you got it. I'm not sure you got it. Not because this person didn't feel remorse or regret, but that's why they're in that energy of trying to now overcome and make this choice, and, sort of sort through the details as they get their act together, and they know that you're going to come through with some serious questions, very pointed questions, because I feel like you expected some measure of apology, and it doesn't feel like it has come through. So the Hermit, in your present experience, hello Virgo, look at this. Really mirrored, guys. I feel strong twin flame energy. The Two of Wands again. Here's the Magician, more Virgo energy, as is that Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to manifest a reconciliation or even a triumphant return of this person, but you're going deep within to be sure it's what you want. Be careful what you wish for comes to mind. I feel like you're really doing a deep dive. You are on this solitary path, which can be very lonely, but it seems like it's very enlightening. It's almost like, well, I think this is what I want, but I have to be sure. So lots of examination, and yes, calling in your sense of mastery in this situation. I know myself well. I know what I want. I'm trying to manifest the way forward, the path forward that leads to some form of making of peace, at least, with that wreath there on the wand, or some form of reconciliation, or meeting in the middle, and at least hearing each other so that you each feel validated on some level. I'm not necessarily seeing reunion, although it's on this person's side pretty strongly with the Lover's card, but I'm feeling like you're trying to decide if you have space for in your heart chakra, and if it's a path you would choose to manifest some form of reconciliation, considering everything that went down. So it's the first time I'm getting a glimpse of something more optimistic, and at least finding a way to resolve those differences so you can release them for good, right? Now we got to look at the devil. So this is going forward. So we have now got our King and Queen of Swords. This is the King, this is the Queen. Abso-freaking-lutely. And look what you're coming through. You're anticipating this person, and your conscious awareness and your unconscious awareness are saying the same thing. Danger, Will Robinson, I'm scared. Got it? Because Three of Wands is anticipation, something coming towards you that you've set into motion. With the Two of Wands, you place your order. With the Three of Wands, ding dong, Amazon's here, it arrives. Get it? That's the progression. And it feels like this is something you're setting in motion now through a setting of intentions, and then there's fear around it. Who's going to show up? Will they be a good witch or a bad witch? Well, I'm not a witch at all. Okay? So do you see where the fear is? There's a lot of built-in fear going forward, which is why you're sitting in this energy right now. It's very helpful to me to see that you are doing some self-exploration. But what you really need to master is your own fear. Is your fear of, something very negative and karmic in nature? Is your fear of repeating old patterns of the past? Is your fear that this person means you harm, has bad intentions? Okay? So I'm not seeing the devil coming through as a person. I'm seeing it coming through as an energy signature that you're going to be processing as you move forward. Because this person is very well aware that you will come with no illusions, and you will come on a fact-finding mission. Or if they come to you, there will be, right, sword to sword. Perfect match. I'll see right through you, says the Queen of Swords. King of Swords says, I understand. You'll only get the truth from me. Now, the problem with the King of Swords in reversed energy is because he is the ultimate strategist of the tarot, is he can be a little cold and aloof and distant. But that's not how I'm seeing it, because you're anticipating this person coming towards you with some honor and integrity, but your fear is overwhelming that. Your fear in your conscious awareness and your fear in your unconscious awareness is that this will be someone who's out to hurt you. So that's what I'd be working on. That's what I'd be gaining some mastery over here with the Magician. And I would be manifesting your strength, your courage, your confidence to know that you can overcome anything, that you're not living in the rejection of the past, the abandonment of the past, the pain of the past. The past is back there. You're not going back there. So while it's healthy to some degree to have a little bit of concern about someone's intentions, especially since things did not go well at all in the past. You cannot enter a dialogue with someone expecting them to hurt you. That is not a good approach, right? Better to have no communication whatsoever than to open yourself up to have a dialogue with somebody who is intentionally trying to harm you or hurt you. So I would focus on the fear, maybe even a little bit of your need to control outcomes. The devil can be a bit controlling, but it's not coming from a place of strength. It's coming from that egoic fear and resistance. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything terribly nefarious, though it's never fun to see the devil in a reading. It has lots of different interpretations. I really feel there are some potential changes and shifts coming up here. Let me give you the astrology that showed up before I do that. There is a link in the description box in the first sentence that will take you to the extended. If this reading is speaking to you, I'm going to continue it. Just pushing all the cards up, continuing with the same decks. I'll pull the two of you together. We'll look at the strengths and the challenges within the connection when you're together and what the opportunities are to kind of move you through the challenges. I'll get messages to and from each other, a message from spirit, hidden energies, and opportunities going forward, sort of in the outcome position. And I'll do some oracle there as well. So here's who shows up. We have the Lovers card is Gemini. Temperance is out twice. That is Sagittarian energy. We have Strength card is out twice. That's Leo. The Chariot is Cancerian energy. 9 of Pentacles is Virgo. King of Wands is more Leo. Hanged Man is Neptune, which rules Pisces. Queen of Swords is Libra. Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. King of Cups is Scorpio. We have the Page of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Hermit is here, which is Virgo. Magician is Mercury, which rules Virgo and Gemini. We have the Devil twice, which is Capricorn. And the King of Swords is Aquarius. That's what I have for you. Be the light. Stay calm. I'll see you in the extended. Bye for now.